American-Cuban author Diana Chaviano once said, "The first kiss can be as terrifying as the last." Well, no, not this one, especially not this one. A good entry, but nah, scratch that. This time, we're sharing with you a list of the top 10 sweetest and most intense kisses in anime that left us feeling all giddy and tingly inside. Number 10.
こっちのが甘いよね。私の方が甘いもん。私の方が甘いよ。私だもん。私。
Kicking off at the 10th spot, we have the half-siblings from Kiss Sis, Keita Takeuchi and his older sister, Riko Suminoe. The series revolves around Keita, an average middle school boy whose life was never the same after his father remarried and he gained twin older stepsisters. The series is chock full of PDA, but one striking scene that left quite an impact on us happened in episode 3. You see, our boy got fed up with his twin older sisters getting all handsy on him, so Keita banned the two from touching and kissing. Too bad for him, Riko overheard how Keita likes sweet things, so she decided to use this advantage by getting a chocolate-flavored lipstick with a catch. He can only lick it off Riko's lips. So yes, the majority of the episode had the two of them canoodling until Ako decided to intervene. Compared to them, the next entry we have is a lot less intense but more meaningful, which is why it makes it to today's list.
嬉しい。ケイタ、喜んでくれてる。
Number 9.
第9エリア突破されました。117番通路から第10エリアに向かっています。
やはりピタリーの狙いは。
100 is an action comedy anime led by Hayato Kisaragi, who, just like your typical lead character, became a slayer for the sake of his ailing sister. It's the typical shonen trope with the female lead Emilia head over heels in love with him. This would have been considering a romance if only they weren't fighting for their lives and Emilia wasn't pretending to be a boy at their school.
Hayato! 僕はエミールクロスフォード。ハヤトと同じリトルガーデンの新入生だよ。よろしく。
Still, we can't help but feel endeared in the final episode when Hayato expresses his feelings and the two finally share a kiss on top of their school's rooftop, complete with fireworks illuminating the sky as the backdrop. But it gets better. The whole gang walked in on them a moment later, so now Emilia, who was pretending to be a boy called Emile, revealed her true identity as the third princess of the Britannia Empire. And that's how you wrap up with a bang.
僕の望みは、ハヤトとずっと一緒にいることだよ。今はエミリア。
Number 8.
ノル、どうかした？
あの子、呪いをかけられている。16歳の誕生日に死んでしまう呪いを。
Moving forward with the next entry, Emma and Noir, from the hidden dungeon only I can enter, a fantasy harem with a bunch of cute girls revolving around the series hero Noir. In the series, our boy Noir got it right with being in the right place at the right time, finding a dungeon, and was soon granted exceptional skills, but with a catch. Our boy got these painful headaches to suffer from. But not to worry, that's where his childhood bestie, Emma Brightness, comes in. She just needs to kiss his headache away. They start to call this their morning greeting.
これも LP 貯めるためだもんね。
But in episode 3, they take it up a notch by doing it in front of their classmates. Well, to be fair, Emma was a bit hesitant to do it in broad daylight, but Noir was close to collapsing since he used his skill Great Sage to find a way to save class hottie Maria. We know it's a bit of an emergency, but folks, always ask for consent before you go off kissing other people, okay? Good thing Emma's game when Noir did this. Well, unlike them, the next couple's snogging moment is all angsty.
朝の挨拶を。
ここで？恥ずかしいよ。
我慢で きない。ごめん。
Number 7.
ふざけんじゃねえ。大丈夫か、タケミッチ。
I bet you didn't expect a shonen anime to make it to today's list, no? To be fair, Tokyo Revengers is pretty angsty, especially during the latter parts, but you could say that Takemichi and Hinata's first kiss is pretty special in its own way. Our boy Takemichi had a pretty rough start in this episode, with Ken and Manjiro mauling his stuff, not to mention the crap in his hair. The two did apologize for it a little later, and we were offered a glimpse of something nice to come when Hinata and Emma appeared a few moments later, with the former asking Takemichi if he was free to go with her on this upcoming festival on August 3rd.
8月3日って空いてる？タケミッチとお祭り行きたいんだって。
うん、行く。
ほら、絶対 OK だって言ったじゃん。
Of course, he was. So they enjoyed it for a bit and almost got that memorable kiss while seeking shelter from the rain, but it got cut off by a phone call, which is never good news, by the way. Knowing what goes down on the show, crap hit the fan, so by the end of the episode, Hinata found Takemichi bound and helpless in the pouring rain, with our boy crying his heart out at being so weak. During this vulnerable moment, Hinata bends down and kisses him, saying that it was her first and that he's special to her. What's a boy to do when he hears something touching like that? Of course, cry some more.
ダメ人間だ。
ファーストキス、特別な人だからあげるの。こんなかっこいいやつ、他にいないよ。
Number 6.
うん。初詣行くか？
At the 6th spot, we have something so pure and fluffy that you can't help but kick your feet up in the air. As one of the most unlikely couples to make their debut on screen, Takeo and Rinko's love story was one of the cutest. Seeing how your male lead wasn't your typical B-shonen or pretty boy, it's a slow burn romance laced with misunderstandings and the fledgling feelings of youth. Takeo might not be a B-shonen, but he more than makes up for being a kind and considerate guy, although a bit slow. We finally get to see them kiss on episode 18, Takeo's birthday, but because he's a bit slow,
ヤマト。ありがとう。消していいか？
Takeo didn't even realize Rinko gifted him with a kiss when he was making his birthday wish. He even mistook it for a bug bite. Lucky for him, his wingman Suna told him upfront hours later that Takeo wasn't bitten by a bug, but Rinko gave him a kiss. Once it dawned on him, Takeo ran off and headed straight to Rinko's, where he asked to kiss her properly this time. And when the guy you like asks for a kiss, of course, Rinko has to oblige him. They kissed in the soft glow of the nightlight in the snow. What a way to wrap up his 16th birthday.
俺にキスしたか？やり直させてくれ！
These last 5 kisses are pretty intense in their own ways, don't you think? But wait until you see these next ones now that we're halfway through our video. Which kiss do you think deserves the top spot? Comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our video. Number 5.
私はあなたのよく知ってる人よ。そうだ、あなたに自分の未来を教えてあげる。私の未来。
If the previous anime's kiss was the cutest and most wholesome, then it's about time we give you guys the gut-wrenching one. You know, to even out the scales. Future Diary is a shonen romance anime laced with mystery, led by 14-year-old Yukiteru Amano. Now our boy Yuki is the loner type, whose only friends are Deus Ex Machina, the god of space and time, and the latter's assistant, Murmur. Things took a turn for the worse when Deuce made Yuki's phone into a future diary, capable of foretelling up to 90 days into the future. And you know, messing up the future has its consequences, no? It gets worse.
未来日記は所有者そのものだ。未来日記が壊れるということは、お前も未来を失うということ。つまり、死ぬのだ。
Yuki discovers that he's part of a battle royale-like spectacle where he finds himself protected by a possessive classmate, Yuno. Well, a lot went into this anime, and it'll take a whole new video, but in the end, Yuki had no choice but to kill Yuno. Being a softie, he couldn't bear to do it, so Yuno did it herself, much to Yuki's horror. As she bled to death, Yuno only had one wish, and that was for Yuki to kiss her. The grief-stricken Yuki did as she requested as Yuno finally breathed her last with a smile.
キスしてユキ。ここが私の居場所。
Number 4.
それは君がてっきり溺れてるのかと思って、だから助けようと。悪いけど服着てくれないか。
Do you remember how in fairy tales, a true love's kiss wakes the princess? This is exactly the case with Darling in the Franxx 02 and Hiro, and they only have the roles reversed. Hiro was unconscious while 02 had to wake him up with a kiss. This episode was pretty much the culmination of the whole series, and sacrifices had to be made. Hiro connected to the star entity to prevent it from detonating a bomb, and they only have 72 minutes to spare, all while having an internal dialogue with 001.
それも終わりだ。終わってしまった。
本当に終わりなのか。本当にもう手はないのか。
Outside was an absolute war zone, but that was not enough for 02, who was hell-bent on saving Hiro. She manages to reach him in the star entity, almost fully enveloped by the virus, teetering at death's door. Just as the countdown ends, 02 kisses Hiro just as her horn breaks free and she turns red. In their consciousness, they keep their promise and finally meet under the mistletoe, where they share a kiss just as the bomb disintegrates. Talk about a climatic moment.
約束守ったよ。
信じてた。
みんなが助けてくれたんだ。
うん。
Number 3.
あかねさん、今日学校で変なダンス見た。
何それ見せて。
ルナちゃんが意地悪してもわがままを言っても仲良くしてくれる。
To wash off that bitter aftertaste in our mouths, let's move on to this rom-com that enamored a lot of viewers. We have the overacting and nonchalant trope with Akane and Yamada. On the get-go, Yamada clearly expressed his disinterest toward her, and yet slowly became drawn to her without his knowing. Even their friends could see it, with Yuno even trying to make a scene for them by accidentally pushing Akane onto Yamada.
待って待って、ちょっと危ないから押すのやめて。何そ
hoping something would happen. Unfortunately, Akane somewhat grazed Yamada's eyes, prompting the former to check if he was okay. Doing this only made their faces so close to each other, close enough to kiss. Unfortunately, our homeboy was so taken aback by her closeness that he ran off without saying another word. And this, my friends, is the only almost kiss scene on today's list. But admit it, it made your heart flutter a bit, right?
見せて。
大丈夫。
Number 2.
悪く思わねえでくれよ。
助けて。助けて。山田。
宮村、先に帰ってくんねえか。
If only one could earn money every time they kiss someone, then we're pretty sure this anime's Yamada-kun from this series would have already banked a lot. Yamada-kun and the 7 witches have a lot of canoodling in their episode, but there's one scene that stood out among the rest, the one Yamada shared with Maria. In this story, Yamada has a witch copying power activated through a kiss, so you can expect our hero to kiss a lot of different women on screen.
試しにしてみましょうよ。
試しって。
こうしてても時間の無駄でしょ。
マジかよ。
In this episode, we've got the outgoing but shut-in Maria who asks for Yamada's help, so of course they need to lock lips. But the thing is, Maria made it a lot sexier by French kissing our guy, leaving Yamada reeling from the feeling. As hot as the kiss was, it can never compare to our top spot, which belongs to
山田なら構わない。だって君は私の最後の希望だから。
Number 1.
嬉しすぎてちょっと涙出てきた。俺一生忘れない。
You just had to see this coming, right? The kiss took more than a decade to make its TV debut. 13 years to be exact. If you've been around the early 2000s, then you know how popular Kimi ni Todoke was, and it's such a joy to see Sawako and Kazehaya's relationship finally progress on screen. Kazehaya, the campus good boy, harbors seeds of self-doubt in himself, and Sawako, who wonders if she's really worthy of being by his side.
連絡もするけど。
何の用事で？どのくらいのペースで？私からしてもいいものなの？急だと迷惑だったりしないの？
Ultimately, we see the couple put all their worries to rest, but not before Sawako breaks down in tears on their way home. In this scene, the two reaffirm their feelings for each other, with Kazehaya kissing and embracing her just as he declares his love for her.
そんなもったいないことできないよ。俺ばっか好きだと思ってたのに。俺ばっか嬉しい。
And there you have it, folks, the top 10 sweetest and most intense kisses in anime. Which one is your favorite, and do you think there should be an honorary canoodling scene included in this video? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more content like this one.